Buy a boat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Welcome to the Sisu Yacht Vlog.
All right, on 4/20, my boat was hauled out, and it's now July 18th. Had to replace 2 gimbal housings and 2 propellers, and it's taken a long time. At first, I didn't realize the second gimbal housing was as bad as it was, and then it's just been a crazy project.
So something like 18 hours later, the gimbal housing is in, the engine is back together, dropped back in. They've put in a new Y pipe because the Y pipe was shit, and now we are going to test out the engine today, make sure he hooked up everything properly, hook some ears up out to the stern drive there, and it still needs to get painted with some phantom black, but we're getting there. I'm gonna replace those manifold and risers, at least the elbows, because those are really corroded. Check out the photos.
New gimbal housing from New Wave Marine. Those guys are awesome. I'm not endorsing them or anything like that, or not sponsored, I guess would be the right thing to say. But here we go. Just got to put the propellers on after getting this thing painted. Damn close. This thing needs to get sanded down big time. Not looking too hot. Needs to get repainted. That thing's gonna look sweet. This is gonna look like... I'll seal this up because there's no plate here anymore, and water can get in behind this little spot here. And behind here, this gimbal housing is starting to corrode as well, so that means I'll have to replace this in the near future, probably next summer at the least. Maybe I'll get 2 years out of this remaining gimbal housing, but yep, that's another big old amount of money. All right, on 4/20, my boat was hauled out, and it's now July 18th. Had to replace 2 gimbal housings and 2 propellers, and it's taken a long time. At first, I didn't realize the second gimbal housing was as bad as it was, and then it's just been a crazy project. So I wanted to thank Vallejo Marine Craft. They've been awesome. Kerry and his gang, Tammy, Mike, Jimmy, all those guys, they've been awesome. They really have stepped it up and helped me out, being green and not knowing what I was doing. They had patience, and I'm very grateful to them. The work was not easy. It's been like 95 degrees out over here the past couple days. They're dropping an engine in my boat and doing this. It's been one hell of a ride. And, you know, I decided to name my boat after a Latin phrase, never give up, which the name is Sisu, S-I-S-U. And that was inspired from the movie with the guy that was trying to get his gold to the dealer or whatever to get his cash in. And the whole movie is based on never give up. Plus it's a military type thing, you know, and people, you know, never leave somebody behind type thing, never give up. And so giving up wasn't really an option for me, and I felt that that was the best name for that boat, for this boat at the time. So gonna do a few minor little things to her today. Basically put in some blue LEDs, finish the nav lights. I'm working on the transducer. Gotta swap out over a 10-year-old transducer for a up-to-date transducer, which is like a 2-and-something inch size hole that's got to go in there. So I got to remove the old one. Who knows what kind of glue they used and how hard that's going to be. You got to remove that one and see how I'm going to put in the new one and make it nice and snug. I have Boat Life caulking. I might go to Home Depot and get some 4200 if they have it. If not, I guess I'll probably use the 5200. Might just use 5200 anyways, on the very bottom, and then use Life Seal on the inside. So just because I'm running it in salt water, it won't be in fresh water in my ownership. So she's came a long way. All right, so I'm on my way back over to Eagle Marine over there in Martinez, going from Vallejo, which is a 20-minute drive, to go get a gasket that is marine grade so I can replace the other manifold and riser on the port side engine. Found out that that one's worse than the other one was that I had already replaced. And that means I'm going to have to replace the other manifold and riser on the other side, which I don't have the part at the time, because if one looks bad, the other one probably looks just as bad. So here we go again. We're getting there though. Sisu is coming too. One thing after the next.
COBALTGRUV.